Happy Planners, it's Kim back from Memories in Time. Today I am just sharing a really quick, I know it's Thursday, so it's a little past midweek, of what my fun little home planner looks like. And I wanted to come on here and talk just a minute about what I actually experienced yesterday. I want to talk about that before I talk about the planner. You see in here I wrote the storm. So my work is in a small little town in 2 counties over from me in Floyd County, Kentucky, in a little small town called Prestonsburg. It is a beautiful little city. I work in the historic downtown part, and way back in the day, the Big Sandy River paddle boats would come up and down the river, and there's this whole history surrounding that little town. And I mean, it's just beautiful. I love the town. I love what it means to me. Yesterday around 2:15ish, out of nowhere, I mean, we knew there was a possibility of storms, but I mean, this just came in. The way I described it to my family was, we looked out a window, the sky was black. I mean, it was almost nighttime. It was so dark, and then just bam, it happened. And the National Weather Service has determined it to be a downburst with sustained winds of 70 miles an hour for a path a mile long and 440 yards wide. There was significant tree damage, power, an entire block, the street coming down. There was, so if the discs were my street coming down, it's a one-way street, a building here, like where this rose is, the wind just caught under a roof, and it literally picked it up, flipped it over, and it landed in the middle of the street and on the buildings here, you know, the front facade of the buildings. So there were 3 cars parked that were basically totaled from the damage, the debris, and there was a pickup truck driving down the street, and the driver of the pickup truck was killed instantly. Thank God there were no people walking on the street. And I mean, there's businesses. Below, 2 doors below, is a barber shop. All up this direction are businesses. All across this direction are businesses. So our little town has been significantly impacted. The building was on this street. You come around the block and come down this street, and my building is on this street. The building that this happened to is the building that I'm supposed to be moving into. We learned last night that that building now has been condemned, and because of the structural damage that occurred to the building when the roof was lifted off yesterday. We also learned that there are plans to begin demolition on the building today so that it can't fall on its own in future storms, because we're expected to have more strong storms this afternoon. There was debris from the roof coming off into the street that came over onto our street. It was very scary. It was very scary. My niece had come to my office. My 19-year-old niece had been there. I bought some clothes for her, and she came to pick them up, and I tried to convince her to go to lunch with me, and so she was still in town. And when a report came of the damage, instantly, you know, my thought went to her. All of my family is safe. All of my work family is safe. I did not know the individual who did lose his life yesterday, but It was very difficult. Yesterday was a very difficult day, and it will be difficult going back today. So I just wanted to share that with you. And for those of you who do pray, I would really appreciate you sending prayers our way to my work family, my work community, because it was definitely a difficult day, and it will be difficult going back today. So I just wanted to share that with you. And you can hear in my voice, I'm actually getting kind of emotional just thinking about it. But what I plan on doing in my work planner, I want to put some pictures and just some thoughts about how I felt and what I saw and that kind of thing. It's not likely that I will ever forget that, because it was absolutely just devastating day for us. And it all happened in a span of about 10 to 15 minutes. And then immediately when the storm was over, immediately there was still thunder, there was still lightning, but we immediately started hearing all the sirens. And it was just, I can't describe what it was like. So, but I'm going to move on to just a midweek view of my Happinichi. I am practicing a little this week, doing some fun things with hand lettering, and I did not want to put, I thought about putting a Memorial Day sticker in there, but I don't want any other stickers to compete with my florals and my quote, so I'm trying to hand letter things in this week. So this is just my normal cursive. It's not anything fancy, it's just how I write in cursive. And then I did do the off and put some little flashies around it, and just used my mild liner to color that in. And then I just wrote in, Ben's work schedule, and then that we actually got to spend time on our front porch in the swing. And then obviously yesterday, I feel like everything that should have been written in here, the storm just took it. And then at the end of the day, when I made it home and I was safe and Ben was safe, we decided we were going to do a surprise date night. And so we went to Mexican and had Sazon, and it was really good. So I practiced some lettering here. I'm not really sure that I like the S, but then I colored that. I didn't want any more green, so I just chose one of my flares, and I thought this pen would match that flower there kind of good. So, and then my plans for today, obviously on my way home from work, I'm making a quick pit stop by Hobby Lobby. I need to run by the grocery. I need to run by Walmart. And then I feel like I'm just emotionally distraught, and so I want to make sure that I'm early to bed. And then that was just a midweek, so to speak, in my Happinichi planner. And I'm just going to continue doing handwriting and not have any other stickers compete with the beautiful florals. And then what I would also like to do is, for those of you who do follow me, and even if you come and watch but you don't follow yet, I would love if you would leave me some comments down below of some video ideas that you would love to see from me. I don't want to get stuck in only sharing with you plan with me's process videos. Like if you've seen me do something and you would love for me to expand on it and share more tips and ideas, leave me a comment down below. If any video that you would love to see me do, I would like to hear from you, so be sure and leave a comment down below. I am actually getting ready to move into June in my little Happinichi, and I think what I'm planning on doing is changing out some of the paper so that I don't have this same print down the side for June. And June is my birthday month, so I don't know. I'm thinking that my entire theme for June is just going to be like celebration, because on June 7th I turned 50, the big 50, and so that definitely is something to celebrate. And so I'm thinking that for the entire month of June, all of my layouts in my, my personal planner will all be just celebratory. My aunt has a birthday in June. My mom and dad will be celebrating their 51st anniversary in June. There's anniversaries in my family in June, so I thought it would just be fun. Kids are out of school in June. My nephew graduates middle school in June, so I'm just thinking celebration, lots of confetti, lots of balloons, lots of party hats will be my theme for June. So, thank you for letting me share a part of my heart with you this morning in relation to what I experienced yesterday. And I will say, I don't know where all my planner babes and followers are from, and I know there's lots of devastating tornadoes and storms that are happening all across the nation right now. And so if you live in a community or near a community or know folks who have been impacted by these storms, I want you to know that my prayers are with you, my thoughts are with you, and I hope everyone continues to stay safe. So be sure and leave me some comments below about some video ideas and things that you would love to see in the future from me. And again, thank you so much for allowing me to share just some of my raw emotion this morning and a quick look at my midweek in my Happinichi. Thanks guys, and happy planning.